Hello. Hey,
Hello, America. Triple M reporting in here.
Hey, Darklings.
Yeah.
All right, TCOA. What's up, everyone?
Today we have a guest with us today.
Hello, everyone.
State your name.
State your name.
Name and YouTube.
Huh?
Name and YouTube.
Oh, I'm Nicholas. My YouTube name is Naru102.
Nar102.
Yes, Naru102.
All right. All right, these guys had to pretty much start the episode before we started. Whatever.
Well, anyway, today's topic is Bioshock.
Yeah.
Now, finally, I knew we had to get...
Sorry, guys, but we only have first of Bioshock 2 since I didn't have 1 and we couldn't get Infinite.
Yeah, it's all right, but yeah,
What's with Bioshock?
we haven't talked about a franchise in a while, so
It's basically Bioshock in the sky.
Anyway,
Sorry.
it's
I mean, basically what Bioshock is...
hang on, I was
especially
explaining
Bioshock 1 and 2.
something, so I'm finally talking about something
Anyway.
ever.
Okay. Oh my god!
I can't believe that
Anyway,
actually happened.
like I said, we haven't. That actually did happen. Anyway, yeah, we haven't talked about a franchise in a while, and this one was very requested, so we thought, why not? Let's get it done. You know, it's good to keep variety. Now, as Tyler talks, finally.
Yeah, talk.
Nah.
Yeah.
You should see Craig's face.
Go down.
Alright, you scuffed my boots! You scuffed my boots! Get me out
Sit
of
down.
here! Come on!
Cycle fight.
Sit down.
Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, now what Bioshock and Bioshock 2 are basically about is you're this guy that randomly gets shot out of the sky while on a passenger plane.
Yeah, just
That's
randomly.
Bioshock 1. Bioshock
Yeah, I know.
2.
Bioshock 2 is a continuation, obviously,
Yeah,
but
8 years later with a completely different character.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, no, it's actually the same
robot.
character.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Same guy.
Here's the thing with Bioshock 1. What happened was at the end of the story. I don't spoiler alert. You actually get taken in and you get turned into a Big Daddy, which is bonded to a certain little girl,
yeah,
little sister. Now, what happens is in Bioshock 2, if you're away from this little sister / Eleanor for a long period of time,
Your body starts to shut down.
basically a heart attack, cardiac arrest, all that, you're dead.
Yeah, but how is it the same guy? But
It's
how
the
is-
same guy, because what happened was at the end of it,
Awesome.
he got betrayed by someone, and they sold him off to be a Big Daddy, which is Project Delta, the Alpha series.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
this all happened in 1959.
This was 1958. Correction.
1958.
In Bioshock
whatever.
2?
Before, that's Bioshock 2.
Yeah, and then it was
but
a
the other
10-year
one was
skip to
19...
1968. You're talking about the
I
protagonist.
think Bioshock.
For Bioshock
I think
1
Bioshock
becoming the
Infinite.
protagonist for Bioshock
I'm pretty
2.
sure Bioshock Infinite should be
Are you?
probably a later date than this.
Well, obviously.
I don't know. I don't know if they
thing,
do
though,
the time
at the end of
travel mechanic
Bioshock
again.
2, the
but-
city's destroyed. There's no way for anyone to survive. So how can it jump from 1968 to 1958? Might I
Hey, how
ask
do
you?
Let's go back.
Question.
Exactly.
No, I'll tell you how. God of War. That's the only 3 words I have to know.
No,
Why?
but-
Because the games are like in the most scrambled order you can
This
imagine.
isn't Star Wars.
Yeah.
God of War.
No, but I just want to make one thing
Oh
clear.
yeah, Star Wars.
I just want to know one thing. What you're saying here is that the protagonist from Bioshock 1,
Yes.
Jack, I believe his name, is also Delta from Bioshock 2.
Yes.
There's inconsistencies there.
Well, it could be, but you can't. You
For
can't
one-
nitpick it.
For one
these
thing,
things.
Jack.
For
didn't
one
even,
thing, you actually can't hold me to everything because I have yet to play
but
Bioshock
the thing
1.
is, Jack didn't even. The thing is, Jack. How far are you up? Now I don't want to spoil it for you now.
I don't care.
He
Oh.
doesn't care. We
Oh,
don't care.
okay.
We don't care.
This is
Okay,
about
well,
it.
Jack
I'm going to end
from-
up playing it one day anyway.
Okay, Jack from Bioshock 1, he turned out to be, and spoilers for like you 3 people who haven't played the game yet.
They don't care.
All
They're
right,
not playing
you
it.
guys, stop right now, and I'll scream really, really loud, even though you won't hear it because you're probably on mute or something. When to come back, and it's pointless what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, I'm supposed to do that.
Okay.
I
Let the
gotta
boy
go.
speak.
Jack
I'm gonna have to lower the volume a lot. I edit.
actually,
Let the boy speak.
He's older than me!
Let's speak.
Jack actually turned out to be Andrew Ryan's son.
Whoa.
So, yeah, and he was actually shortly after he was. What?
What's up with your face, Triple M?
Oh, come on. That's interesting. Come on.
Dude, you're making the kid
After-
laugh!
Oh, sorry.
After he was born, Fontaine sent him up. He was like hypnotized by Fontaine. by Fontaine to respond to anything. To respond to the phrase "Would you kindly?" And if someone said "Would you kindly?" and then do something else, the guy would have Jack would be forced to say it to do what they.
So I could say, "Would you kindly suck my dick?" and he'd suck my dick.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's actually mentally forced to.
Cool. Man,
Whoa.
I can think of it. Would you kindly please behead this man?
Well, what makes this franchise different than other ones we talked in the past is this is the first franchise that not only is the most modern, but it's the first franchise with a timeline. Well, excluding Zelda, but in all fairness, that game got a timeline much later in the franchise. But really, though, you can't there's always gonna be plot holes in these games. Like nothing's perfect, especially the Sonic Adventure series
Or Crash.
or Crash. But the idea is. The idea is you just gotta roll the
And
punches.
it's not 1968. Not 1968. It's 1960.
Ooh, someone on Wikipedia.
Yeah, Jack is. Bioshock 1 takes place in 1960. Bioshock 2 takes place in 1968. In
No.
Bioshock 1, Jack. This is
Hold
the
on.
first time Jack is coming to
If you actually
Rapture.
watch
so how
it,
could he have been Delta when Delta
I didn't show the beginning. It's
when
only
he
in the
became
middle.
a Big Daddy?
Okay,
in
hold on.
1958.
hold on, wait, hold on.
All right. Let's not fight.
Yeah, it
Let's
is
talk-
in 1968, but actually,
listen, Bill,
that
we're
actually
not
proves my
fighting.
point.
You
though.
realize you're still
What
calling.
are you
Here's the thing,
He
Bioshock
couldn't
2.
have
What?
been the
Don't worry about that.
protagonist.
Tannenbaum Return to Retro.
No, we're not fighting. We're bickering.
Jack
We're
was
gamers
already
bicker. We are the bickering gamers. This is what we do.
Yeah.
We are finally bickering.
Shut up.
And since this
You
video
Jack
is
was
also
finally bickering. We've been
Jack
bickering since day
visited
one.
Rapture for the first
No, and
time
since
in
this is-
1960. So how could he have become Delta in 1958, 2 years prior?
No, it's actually 1968. I was wrong
Yeah.
by one decimal.
Yeah, but 1958. But at the beginning of Bioshock 2, he becomes, you see, like in 1958 when he's a big daddy, and he's like in a sort of coma for 10 years.
Yeah.
And why are you fucking making fun of my stuttering?
That's okay. I do the same thing sometimes.
No,
Hey,
dude,
hey,
seriously,
Listen,
I-
listen, you want to?
It's cool,
You
man.
wanna
Don't
talk
worry.
about-
We're all friends.
You know what I noticed when I was watching you guys when I was watching Tyler. Yes, that's
You know the guy you've been hanging out for years.
Yeah, my little brother. You know, I was like,
The youngest out of all of us.
yeah. But the thing is, when I was watching what's his face Tyler play Bioshock.
By the way, this is staying up the entire video.
It's all about flipping the bird.
Yeah.
There's people who can't see what we're doing, Tyler. Explain!
Anyway,
Do they actually need to know?
No, not really.
well, I was
Exactly.
Anyway,
So what have you noticed?
What have you done?
MMM.
this is now. I know it's supposed to be taking place during the hippie '60s and all that stuff, and the rockin' '50s, right? Now, I noticed whenever you pause the game or whenever you finish a level, you kind of hear like a jazzy, you know, because when I first played the game, I was like, wait, is this taking place back?
Yeah.
Like, does this take place back in like the '40s? Maybe I thought
At
it
certain
was.
parts, you hear old Blue Eyes. You hear
Yeah,
You're somewhere under the
I actually really admire the time frame here because because not many games can get away with having that real this is the real ass Earth look, and because it becomes boring and stale. But when this puts in a different time frame, there's like what makes a game important in atmosphere is imagination, and with realistic graphics in the real world, you can't really get away with that. It's very difficult. But with this game,
Oh, Peter's finally on.
oh finally, but with games like this and God of
and
War.
Tyler, got rid of his
It's
bird.
very imaginative and explore, and even though these things can really
No, it's
exist,
still up, but it's a different bird.
it just blends together really well. Peter's
you
finally
want to
on.
know something? I actually saw a guy do a review on
Whatever,
this.
I'm not actually.
He was actually making connections between how it could have been very possible to actually have an underwater city in the 60s.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's very possible.
Okay.
But either way, it takes a lot of imagination.
Yeah, I know. It was completely
Wait,
stupid.
you mean like real?
Yes, in real life, it would have been possible to make an underwater city.
Oh yeah, I bet.
City.
You just have to do some. You just have to like have pressure stuff.
You know
and
the
whatnot.
You
type
actually
of
have to pump in air.
Well,
Yeah.
do you really think? Well,
I mean, America
And
was
it's a-
rich at the time.
well, you'd have to.
I'm like,
and it
today.
takes some. And
Well,
as
watch
it said, it takes
yourself.
some place in the Atlantic Ocean.
Watch yourself.
Some of these have.
This
What?
is a game.
Wait,
you
you-
should-
wait,
you-
you saying- Oh, I know. Well,
But you're
actually, you know what?
right.
That is conceivable. I mean, if you really take take our Seawolf class nuclear submarines right now.
Okay.
17 trillion in debt.
All right, relax yourself.
What?
Nikolai, I'm serious. You better stop it.
What? That was
I'm
hold on a
honestly
second.
serious. You better stop.
I'm
Hold
the
on a
guest.
second. Wait a
I'm the
second.
guest.
Wait.
I'm the guest. This is the first time I'm here, and I want to kick his ass. That's how
Wait a
annoying.
second. Wait a second.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Seriously, shut up, people. My gage's been in the red the whole time.
Das ist nicht schön, es ist überschlecht für dich.
What? Yeah, what he said with the face.
Давай, руки вверх.
Oh, it's on.
Нет.
Foreign language fight.
Foreign language fight. Everyone who's speaking Russian and Italian, shut your speakers off right now.
Yes, please.
Anyway,
Or
that
earlier.
is conceivable about that underwater city because if you really take like our Seawolf class nuclear subs, you can survive in them for like 6 months at a time underwater with no. Yeah, and you have a certain amount of oxygen. You just have to put that technology in every single building.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know what?
But then again, after 6
Actually, I
months,
think
you
if
gotta,
we
like, get
follow
new
on the
arrows and
designs
stuff
that Bioshock actually had, it would be pretty feasible.
Which means
they gained
which
their
means-
power. They gained their power and electricity from the magma. The magma
Yeah.
core.
The magma core and water turbines.
Yes, and
I
they
know.
got, they got their air supply from the botanical gardens that are on the highest point in
I don't like
highest
lamb.
point in Rapture.
Yeah,
You know what?
And
You
they
know what?
siphon them out.
I
to
don't like
large
lamb.
pipes.
Yeah,
I-
and use
Yeah, Sophia Lamb
and
suck
basically
nuts.
Lamb's a bitch.
But you know what?
electrolyzing the.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, we should stop having
Electrolyzing the
science
water.
time with
What?
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
And let's start talking about Bioshock.
Nye, the science guy.
I was just saying how much I hate lamb. I want to talk about who
that
lamb is.
bitch! That
Oh,
bitch!
Lamb?
I hate lamb.
Basically, the antagonist of the
Do you know
entire
who
game.
Lamb is?
yes, I hate
Lamb's
it.
the
The antagonist of the entire
Alright.
game.
We watched her have her Gruntilda sayings about the game.
Oh yes.
It's like bitch. That
Please don't.
And all the time
Please
she-
don't.
basically-
Please don't.
And at the very end, she bitches out and
Yeah.
just by blowing up.
I
the
know.
place.
I gotta say though, what I like about her is she's a great
At least
villain.
with Fontaine,
I know.
you
Like,
actually
she is
fucking
an
fought him.
amazing.
I know.
villain.
It's like you know when you could get.
You really want to hate her.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
know.
good-
She's like
especially
so-
for a virtual person. That's
I know.
an
Yeah, but at the
accomplishment.
same time, she
And
has
plus
like
that-
these commodities where this is all her parenting skills, and I'm doing air
Yeah.
quotes here.
Yeah, but you know.
She's gonna.
Parenting
she's-
skills. Well, the idea is she I like her
I don't like.
approach
I don't like her. I don't
as a
like the way-
villain because
I
you
like
know
her
what?
as a villain, hate her as a person.
Yeah,
I don't
that's the idea though.
I
That's
don't
what's
like
so
the way-
amazing.
I don't
about
like the
it.
way.
Yeah,
I
but
don't like the
the
way.
thing is, what makes her the true villain is that she actually believes she's doing good. That's
Yeah.
the worst villains are the ones who
Well, you know what
think
they're
they're the
saying.
heroes.
Well, you know what they're. That's just the best kind of
The
villain.
road to hell
is
is
paved
paved with
with
good
good
intentions.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
know what? You know what? I'm sorry. She scuffed my boots, and the way she spoke scuffed my boots. She just acts like a total cunt bitch.
Well, she is.
You
No,
know,
well, she has a
not
classic.
much, man.
She has a classic style that a lot of people in a lot of people in history, evil people in history, have done. They had the idea of I know what's best, and everyone else has to think that way. So I'm going to make them think that way.
Basically, communism.
Yeah.
The idea.
Lol.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But you know
Basically.
what? What I don't understand is you know what I noticed? She actually used a lot of terms that Stalin would use in his speeches to justify the Great
They actually
Purges.
use them.
That
They actually use them
no,
as part
that
basis
scared
for
me.
it.
That scared me because when I would listen to what she says in the game, it was like what Stalin would say to justify his purges. It was like almost word for word. It kind of scared me a little
Yeah.
bit. It's like, all right, seriously,
Speaking
can they make it any more obvious? I mean, all she needs to do is grow a bushy mustache. Come on.
You mean like me?
Yeah, you
Yes, Tyler. Like your big invisible.
your big baby, your baby face blonde hair. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so blonde you can't even see it.
Tyler got money. I don't know. Oh, now I'm starting to reference the damn video.
Lol.
I got stuck.
Hey, listen.
Bitch.
I'm sorry, guys, but we hit an achievement right there. We got
Yes.
Billy, of all people, to reference the
Achievement.
video.
If I could actually
Yo,
edit
Nikolai,
videos, I put
Nikolai.
the trophy with the achievement unlocked.
Nikolai,
You
can
can't!
Wait, guys. Nikolai,
No.
can you check outside to see if hell has frozen over?
I actually do feel a little chilly right now. So
It's
So,
lazy comments.
oh, there you go.
Lazy commentary, but it's good.
Yeah, whatever.
Nah, it's still okay.
Is it snowing?
It's not snowing.
No, it is freezing.
It was the hottest. It was the hottest day ever
And
today.
I'm joking,
And it is
Billy,
like-
obviously.
oh hey, there goes Satan on his new roller.
So,
on his
does
new
anyone
skate.
know anything about
Skate-
Bioshock
what?
Infinite?
I do.
Because I have heard that game is so critically acclaimed right
Oh,
now. It's
God.
everyone's saying it's the best of the
Oh,
three.
God.
Honestly,
I've
the ending, mind blowing.
I've never
I
seen
do-
the ending.
Please don't spoil it.
You don't spoil that.
Now
but
I want to spoil it. Ah!
But I have
Well,
seen
what's the gameplay?
I have
idea?
seen
Where
Yarkaz
are they
Rithians.
now? That's what I like.
yeah,
to
well,
know.
they're in the sky.
They're actually in.
Interesting.
This is
Floating
actually
islands,
taking
flying
place in
islands.
1912.
Whoa,
Oh,
they
it's
went.
prequel. Okay, so
Oh,
there's a
wait,
prequel.
Yeah, they went. Actually,
Oh,
the-
so did the
actually,
city start
they-
in the sky and as they were constructing it, and then they put it in the ocean?
no, this is a completely different place overall.
Oh, they tried it once before.
This is
That's
this
cool.
is a whole new city called Columbia, and it's the exact
Oh.
opposite of
country,
Rapture, because
Yeah.
Rapture was started by Andrew Ryan
Mhm.
to get away from
Reality.
gods and kings, live like in a sort of libertarian-esque.
And look how that
Society.
turned out.
Yeah, and then Colombian's actually created by someone called the Prophets,
Prophet
quote unquote.
Zachary Hale Comstock.
Comstock.
I'm sorry.
Yes, that's
I'm
his
sorry,
actual-
that name.
That is
makes
his
me laugh
actual
every
name.
time I hear
Okay,
it.
if that guy ever went to basic training, he would get passed around
Oh,
the platoon
he-
like a bag of chips.
And he has actually made claims that he was actually in the army as well, and that he basically like was a born again Christian and stuff like that.
Yep, I'll bet
And
he
he was
got.
the second
I'll bet.
Messiah.
Yeah, I'll bet he got his ass
And
kicked.
and they were actually able to make the city in the sky using like quantum propulsion and all that, all this science mumbo jumbo.
Basically,
So anyway,
it's the future in the past.
Oh, and I'm just
yeah, it's more of a
The
steampunk
retro
sort of thing.
future.
oh, and I'm just saying, the
basically, it's Tony Stark in the
PlayStation
Captain
in
America.
PlayStation All Stars, Delta's so broken. Seriously, that game has so many broken
actually play
characters.
Bouncer.
Like all you have to do is
You
play.
actually play the bouncer Big Daddy.
Right.
Delta.
Well, all you have to do is play as him or Kronos, and you won every time. They're so OP. It's crazy.
Ah, please.
So anyway,
What do
back
you
to
expect?
Infinite.
Big Daddy plus
Guess
drill
not.
equals ohm.
I know, really.
Alright.
Hey, listen, that's a brilliant combo, right?
Yeah.
Speaking
so
of
anyway-
which, after this, Billy has an announcement.
I do.
Okay.
About
so
what?
back to Infinite.
What else?
Oh, that's later.
You actually play as a character named Booker DeWitt, a man from a former member of the Pinkertons, who I kid you not,
No, the Pinkerton
are an actual group.
Yeah, they were one. They were started under I think a little bit before Lincoln.
Cool.
You must
And
pay
they were
back the
who
debt.
was
Bring the girl and pay back the debt.
basically what he said. You
$17
that was
trillion.
you had to go back.
I'm sorry, Nikolai, but you really need to stop.
Relax.
You have to go to
If I'm getting pissed
Columbia
off at it,
to
you know
bring
you gotta
back
stop.
a girl named Elizabeth,
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
who was basically held by Comstock.
Which
When you get
Which
to
is his quote unquote daughter.
yes,
Yeah.
Ah. What's with
And
people
was-
adopting daughter?
Plot twist.
It wasn't. He didn't adopt her. He actually had her.
Oh, he
yeah.
had the
Ever
better-
since
the
he was
fun
like
one, right?
a baby and all that.
I just love how you get the little sisters in this game. It's just the easiest thing ever. Like normally when you get when you achieve a mission and you have to have a party member or a sidekick. First you have to go do a side quest or you have to get an item to
Yeah, but
get.
here's
No,
the
you just
one-
gotta pet their head and
here's
put
the
it on
one
their
thing-
back.
Girls,
But here's the
man.
one thing. Basically what I believe was the reason that they won up to Bioshock 2. About early on in the game, you find Elizabeth, and the rest of the game is just you
Yeah.
trying to get her out of Columbia.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Now,
that was
the
a
relationship
that was a pretty
between-
radical
What
change.
I
Which is great.
what it was, that they took the relationship between the Big Daddy and the little sister, and they made it from a third point view to a first person view. They
Yeah.
took it from an outsider looking in
Well-
to you experiencing.
Well, I think that's
The
really
relationship.
I think that's really clever considering now that you're in a suit. Like you gotta
It makes it look like it's real.
Yeah,
right?
because like first-person shooter, you have to treat it really carefully. It's either it's just a stupid gimmick that everybody's doing, or you treat it right, like Bioshock, where I am now in a suit. I have to control like a suit, and the best way to show that without, especially like it's like a Metroid Prime. The reason that was originally was going to be a third person view game. Problem was Miyamoto said, that the shooting will be awkward, and it's not. It doesn't make you feel like you're exploring. It just makes you feel like you're putting an avatar. And then Other M came and completely proved that theory. And the Metroid Prime series did first person instead. It's like first person shooters. First person view. You have to treat very carefully, and Bioshock does a good job with that.
Yeah, it does.
Why did you skip all those people?
What people?
Nah,
That because there was no need to fight them.
I can't.
Yeah, it was a speed run.
I can't yell at you.
Oh,
guys.
it's not
No, I understand
it's
now.
not a speed run. It's just that there was literally no need to kill them. You could just
we were
walk
just trying
right
to
past
get
them.
Yeah, but it would be a good idea to get supplies early on.
Something
Oh, I had all the supplies I needed.
Okay.
Something that was great when Bioshock came out was finally Sony got the exclusives they needed, because in the past a lot of their exclusives would be taken away from them from some unfortunate circumstance, like Crash and Spyro, and then someone else like Traveler's Tales. Oh, I'm sorry, Traveler's Tales. No, I'm gonna say it. Traveler's Tales totally fucked everything up with Spyro, and Crash. I think a couple of games. And
Skylanders.
it's just sad to see exclusives go, because that's what sells consoles. And when Sony really needed it, they made games like God of War and Bioshock are the two most successful franchises. And Parappa the Rapper is making a comeback, which I think is awesome. I love that game.
Oh, Parappa the Rapper?
He's the man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially with All Stars coming out, you'll be amazed. All Stars will have the Smash.
So basically, he's like the Kid Icarus.
Yeah,
or-
All Stars
of the,
will. Yeah, All Stars
of
will have
the
the Smash.
PlayStation world?
Yeah, All Stars will have the Smash Brothers effect, where when you see a new guy, people are interested again. They'll do research. They want to play the game, and then they'll make a sequel about it. And
Alright.
what I like about Bioshock is it has the right balance of weaponry. They each do something individualized, and they each actually get you through dungeons in the game. And I think that's and that's something that's not easy to do. Even in Zelda games, you'll have moments where you'll get an item, and it's only useful for one temple. So that's quite an accomplishment. You have guns that have rapid fire, guns that have slow fire that have more power. You have powers of fire, which can open or electricity, you can open certain doors, and and the best part is there's always a different way to kill someone, which is the best way to do combat. There's always a different way to kill someone, unless you're doing hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, tell me about hand-to-hand combat. Oh, trust me. That's...
Like in Arkham Origins, the Arkham series is a prime example of that. A lot of things to do, a lot of ways to get the guys down. And I said Arkham Origins is a Freudian slip for I want to fucking play that game. I already have the pre-order.
I bet you do, Billy.
Yeah.
Lol.
I do.
Yeah, it's like starting off with some new guy named Black Mask. Like a lesser. He was like one of the lesser villains.
So now that you've seen Infinite, do you think they're going to continue the franchise?
Huh?
Do you think they're going to... I
got to. He's distracting me.
He's very. I know. He's very distracting. But
I can't
do you now that you've seen Infinite, do you think they're gonna? As for someone who has more experience than I do you think they're gonna continue the franchise from there?
Oh,
They
definitely.
better fuck. They fucking better.
They
No,
definitely
because sometimes, especially after 3 games, that's when you want to keep. That's when the integrity of the game gets, especially its plot, gets stretched.
Yeah, otherwise it'll eventually devolve and turn
Become
into
some-
the
You know what they, you know what they should do for the
series.
4th one?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just throwing this out. What they should do for the 4th one is they should do, like, a future episode, like, say, 1980 or something,
Why don't they do one
where everything gets molded together into one thing and see what happens after everything.
Well, considering what happens later on in Infinite, that is plausible if they do it correctly.
Well, we'll see what they do. You know.
I don't
hope
want to spoil
if
it.
they do,
I
I
don't
hope
want to
they do.
spoil it any further for you because I know you care, but it's something you don't want to spoil.
Well, you can spoil. It was okay to
That's
spoil
how
1.
good it is.
Yeah, it's okay to spoil 1 and 2, but Infinite's very recent, and people are probably still playing it. So that's why.
Yeah, that's
just
the one
want to
thing.
tell you, I have never before the Infinite games, before the Bioshock games. I always had if I once I finished playing the game, that was it. I understood everything.
Yeah, this game has great replayability.
Infinite was the only, and rarely I would ever play it again. Infinite is the only game where I actually had to replay the ending again just to make sense of what had happened.
Yeah, it happens.
It was like that.
But yeah, we're
Wow.
It was that mind blowing.
but yeah, we're out of time. So thank you for joining us, Nick. I hope we can have you again.
Thank you, and I hope to come here again.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys. Everyone say bye.
Sorry.
quickly.
Triple M reporting out.
Adios.
See you later.
Alright,
Have a
TC
good
away,
one.
saying goodbye.
Bye.